No Nut November. What the hell? Get that out of here. More like Nextra Nostalgia November, am I right, guys? So originally I was going to do more Hearts of Iron 4 this early into Nostalgia November, but unfortunately, because of the last video, I kind of had to move some stuff around, and that's kind of what happens when you're dealing with China, right? So you know what, okay, we've all been playing Hearts of Iron 4 for many years now, but it's 2019, and I want to know, you know, how exactly is the game playing? What can you do? What can't you do? How quickly can you do? How slow can you do? Can you, cuckoo, doo. Alright, Hearts of Iron 4, what's this game about again? Oh yeah, dude with a mustache. Yeah, I know. Welcome to my Let's Play of Hearts of Iron 4. Today in Iron Man Hearts of Iron 4, sorry guys, looks like I just had a stroke for being a normie. So if you're wondering what I'm doing today, I'm going to teach you, little Timmy, why you are stupid and I am clever. Not really, actually. It's more so how we're all collectively stupid, and the game just happens to be stupider. So what I like to do when I start my Germany playthroughs is to just get a bunch of units that have no equipment in them, just so that I can put them on the front line, and their belief in the Führer, aka me, will guide them all the way to heaven. Plus, I'm sorry, Treaty of Versailles, but I'm clearly not breaking you if they're not technically soldiers. They're just men in uniforms. Although we haven't got the uniforms either yet, so they're just a bunch of naked men on the French border. You're welcome, France. You know, I just want a quick and easy and relaxing warish Germany. Can a man not ask for anything else? Oh, look, I've spammed out enough, like, guys with no equipment, no uniforms, that I could just do Anschluss right now. And I guess if I just kept spamming out units, I could also just go straight to Danzig or war. You see, all Germany really had to do to win the war was simply spam out enough naked guys onto the battlefield and then rush Danzig or war. Come on, Hitler, you idiot. You know what? Year is 1936. I've kicked up the war economy. I got a whole army full of people without guns, and I think I'm ready to take on the world, honestly. There you go. August 36, the year that Germany invaded Poland. I'm sure that's what it says on Wikipedia. I really like the idea that we've got right now, that Hitler is just sitting in his bunker. He's like, damn, I'm ready. I'm going to do this. And then one of his advisors walks in, like, the army's ready to take out Poland. Just on your words. And then Hitler, he just sits there for 70 days and doesn't say a single word. And, you know, 70 days pass. He finally awakens from his slumber. His advisor has just been sleeping on the floor for that whole time, and he just replies, yes, do it. So I guess usually at this point in a normal game, you'd just be building up your infantry and your industry and building a tank maybe, and the Air Force needs stuff. But me, I'm about to go around the Maginot. Hey guys, welcome to Games Done Quick 2021. This is the Germany any percent. Also, I'm being escorted out of the building. Okay, I got, you know what, screw you, I don't want to do it. So the trick is to declare war on Poland as you get around the Maginot, and then you can declare war on Poland and then try and capitulate them both at the same time, and then, you know, no one will stop you. Britain's just, they can't physically comprehend getting involved in a war under 50 world tension. Mr. Prime Minister, Germany has declared war on Poland and is invading the Netherlands. Should we get involved? Oh, well, that depends, old chap. Does the globe say 50? Is it slightly on fire? Oh, yikers, I've annexed the Netherlands. At least I'm going to annex them. And you need to make sure to satellite the Dutch East Indies, or else you won't get your epic gaming moment. Ah, yikes, because the arbitrary number went up so high, it looks like I'm gonna have to deal with the UK now. Ah, how am I gonna manage to do that? It's impossible. They've got that big navy protecting the coast of that country. Ah, that's a bit odd. It looks like, the UK Navy is not actually out, and they're not going to stop me. Yeah, hello? Oh shucks, could it be that the UK Navy runs out of oil, like, immediately, and then puts their navy away all the time now, so you can just freely invade the UK in 1937? So what we've learned is that Germany could have won World War II pretty easily if they rushed out 1 million naked men, invaded Poland, but at the same time invaded the Netherlands, annexed the Netherlands so the world tension got high enough so the UK could join Poland's faction, or Poland could join the UK's faction, and then we just go ahead and wait for the UK Navy to run out of fuel, which it does within days, and then we could just launch a naval invasion unimpeded, and that's World War II. Oh, and would you look at that? Looks like the UK has capitulated, and I've just got myself a free empire from the Empire store, where everything is Empire % off today. I mean, now you got like a cool empire. You could stop there, or you could keep going, you know? I mean, World War II was over in a second, but was it really World War II? Maybe there's still a World War II out there for us to experiment with. And conveniently, because Canada's now charged the Allies, if I go ahead and I declare war on Belgium, they actually go ahead and guarantee them along with France. So I'm kind of getting a 3-for-1 deal here. Man, this whole empire thing is just, I just can't stop. I got the itch now to take everybody's empire and make it my empire. And, you know, I was going to do that whole, like, invading France thing at first, but, like, look at that. I'm already in Paris, so I might as well, you know? You know, after taking France and now invading Canada, I could really use a vacation, a bit of time off, you know, to relax and sit back and just, you know, put my feet up, you know? So why not do it in the Soviet Union? Heard it's great this time of year. So it's about this time in the history books of World War II that the Germans were just kind of bored invading Canada. You know, it's kind of a wasteland. You got loads of big areas to traverse. It's really slow, and it's full of Canadians, which is just a bit of a downside too. So at this point on my cooking video, the Soviets were roasting them pretty well. Not really though. It's actually more of a grill. But yeah, you just want to be careful. You want to get it going for like a good 10 minutes. You know, on each side. You don't want to take it off the grill too early. You know. You don't want to leave it on too long. You know, you don't want to eat it either because it's kind of gross and muddy, and there's those naked men. Whilst you know, you're cooking dinner as well, you want to check in on the dessert every now and again. Just make sure that it is the ice cream is settling well. It's very cold in Canada. Pancake maple pirate. So after murdering your way through Canada, you're pretty much done now. Dessert is almost ready, and so is dinner. And soon it'll be time to plate it all up. And, you know, just because dinner is served does not mean it is actually served. It's all about the aesthetic. You got to make it look good. So what you want to do is you only want to plate up the parts that are gonna be delicious. So we'll take a couple of these steaks, we'll puppet the rest, and that's dinner. Put it in your mouth and eat it. That's right. If you ever come to my dinner party, I'm going to force feed you Canadians, and you're going to like it. You're going to love it. It's going to be delicious. So I don't think the Soviet Union's too ripe just yet. Yeah, 1.4 million casualties. Yeah, that's all right. It's just not ready for plating up just yet. So don't get your little hands on dessert yet, because there's a bit more to dessert that we've yet to So around this time, you know, 1938, just turned 1938, usually you'd accomplish this at the end of 1937, but I've been a bit slow this time around because I was just extra grinding up the Soviets. But now that the Soviets are ready to just basically walk over, there's not going to be any resistance left, as the Soviets, well, they're all dead in front of you. So yeah, America, land of the free, you know what, sure, I'll give you that one. But land of having more than like 30 infantry units in 1938 when I've just conquered Britain, France, and now Canada? Yeah, they're gonna die. Yeah, at this point, you're just kind of freeballing it. You can go ahead and only puppet Canada in the provinces you don't want to invade from, because then half the American army isn't even on the border of where you will invade. So you just kind of have an even easier time. So yeah, it's always good when the Spanish Civil War's still going on and you're invading America in 1938, you know, it's just how it be. So eventually the American II will just basically die, and they won't have any idea on what really to do, and you can just walk through their land like willy-nilly. Yeah, in fact, you can probably go ahead and go visit your German grandparents who live out there too. So yeah, once you've taken out the US like that, everything's pretty easy. You just wanna make sure that you take the Philippines off them, take all states, and I messed up there. You also want to puppet them so you can get their navy, but I butterfingered that a little bit. So once you've got like a whole bunch of convoys, which you should have been building, by the way, I didn't tell you. You can just go ahead and lend-lease people like France and Britain, who you should have puppeted, which I also didn't tell you, and you annex them through the puppet thing, and you get their navy. Unless you don't have the DLC, which you need DLC to be able to lend-lease, by the way. It's gay. So yeah, if you also manage to get America, your navy would be a lot bigger than this. I'll put it that way. I've actually gotten up to like 700 if I actually managed to get everyone. But oops, I clicked the wrong button. Sorry. So yeah, eventually, after like 1 billion years, the Soviet Union will indeed collapse. Takes a while though, because, you know, they just they really love dying apparently. So yeah, if you get bored invading the Soviet Union, you can go ahead and go on another vacation, this time to epic anime land, one of my favorite places in the world. Yeah, and I'm surprised when you have like a 400 stack on your navy, the Japanese can't really stop you just walking into their country, really. They will try though. but they will fail. The Japanese are so surprised that the Germans are invading them in 1939 that they've sent a horse to protect their port. Those dum-dums. Yeah, a lot of people think invading Japan's hard, and it's not. It's actually incredibly easy, especially if they're still at war with China, because all their troops are still in the mainland, and you can just convoy raid them as they try to get over, which is kind of like a war crime, but at the same time, I mean, this whole playthrough has been a bit of a war crime. Yeah, once you've mopped up the trash over here, just you feel free to take whatever you want. China will go ahead if they haven't peaced out with them or annex them. They will try to take stuff too, but that's fine. We could just invade them as well. So yeah, once the Soviets run out of like bears to eat or whatever was keeping them going, you could just annex them all, and you don't really need to puppet them because their navy's trash, and I already have one. It's like 700 stack now, so I'll pass. Sorry. Yeah, considering you've beaten everyone with a navy at this point, this was just basically a big floating pile of trash. There's nothing you can really do with them. I guess we could invade Italy, but I don't really see the point. Oh, you know, I'm sorry. Friendship ended with Fettuccine, whoever the hell the leader of Italy is called. Now my new friend is a giant heaping pile of crap that floats. So yeah, after taking out Italy, you're done, really. There's nothing else really to do. But I also have done this playthrough another time, and look at how well I did it this time. Insert footage. Well, Shuckerino ISPino, it's 1942 and everyone's dead, and you can actually do this even quicker. I've managed to get this done by like 1940. I just didn't record it because I've done this like 50 times already. I think I'm going insane. So yeah, next time you want to impress your father, feel free to load up Hearthstone 4 and show him like how well you can play as Germany. Hey Dad, look at me. I'm a massive disappointment. But yeah, that was the end of our nostalgic look at Vanilla Hoi 4 with no mods. Don't worry, we'll get back to the more interesting parts in later parts of Nostalgia November, where we'll play some other mods throughout the channel's history. Yeah, I have a lot planned, so leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and no nutting in November.